Chapter 45, Chapter 8. The Gold City is a city not far from the royal capital of Najal. Moisen City, the area of the Gold City, is only 1/3 of the size of Moisen City, but the level of development and welfare of the population is not much different. It was midnight, and clouds covered the moon. The Gold City feels desolated. The residents were fast asleep on their soft mattresses. You can only hear the people hustling and bustling in the nightlife area. Above the Gold City, zeal soars in the sky and looks for where Marcus Jacob's mansion is. The residence of the city lord will be easy to find, because it usually has a magnificent building and a large area of land. After searching for a while, Zeal finally found a luxurious mansion near the hill that stood out the most in the contrast to the surrounding buildings. The mansion seemed to be built using gold and silver. It looks very conspicuous in the middle of the night, based on the nature of Marcus Jacob. The Zeal heard from the conversation between Ducastle and Beatrix. He is the person who is hungry for money and power, so the luxury displayed by the mansion in front of Zeal reflected the nature of its host. What a flashy mansion in the daytime. This mansion might be even shinier. Zeal suddenly realized something while observing the super luxurious mansion in front of him. Zeal flew towards Marcus Jacob's mansion. It could see a thin layer of membranes covering the entire area of his residence. It was a barrier magic on a large scale when considering the size of the Marcus Jacob residence. Was larger than Ducastle's. The most important thing was that a mage could only create a barrier of this wide scale with the power of a magic king and above. In addition, to continuously activating a barrier like this required an incredible amount of magic stones. Ordinary nobles obviously can't possibly afford it. Magic stones are rocks mined from areas with high mana density, and like beast stone that comes from within the magic beasts, magic stone have a much higher purity of mana. There was a speculation that a magical beast was previously an ordinary animal and mutated to the living in a place with high mana density. Such a place is usually a magic stone mining area. The bigger the magic stone mine, the more powerful magical beasts there are. This barrier is quite formidable. Even Ducastle, who is higher in the hierarchy, doesn't have anything like this in his residence. Beatrix might be able to make it, but she won't be able to supply magic stone to keep activating it like this. Zeal muttered while rubbing his chin. Zeal looked at the barrier in front of him. He checked the function of the barrier. Through its forming magic circle, in addition to residence attacks, he could see that this barrier also had a security function that would immediately notify the people inside the mansion if anyone intruded to forcibly destroy the barrier. Without activating the security function, Zeal touched the barrier and tore it slowly like a thin cloth. He didn't want the person he was looking for to be overly vigilant and run away using teleportation magic. He could have prevented him from escaping by sealing the space around the mansion, but Zeal had to open all 9 magic seals, and it would change nature. It would attract influential people from the Natural Kingdom, which will be troublesome. He would open the magic seal after he was done with his business in a place, if he needed it, after Zeal crossed the barrier and entered the mansion. The tear in the barrier he created slowly closed automatically, and he entered the mansion through the window. When he set foot inside the mansion, he saw for the first time an all-gold room. Furniture and displays in the room are a mix of gold and silver. This shows the luxury and greed of the owner. Looks like he is in his study room, but I can sense someone else is there. A magic king? Maybe he is the one who is setting up the barrier in this mansion. Zeal mumbled and started walking towards Marcus Jacob's study room. Invincible. Zeal suddenly disappeared from this place. No, he didn't disappear, but blended in with his surroundings. He hid his existence within the layers of space. Except for people whose strength is above Zeal, they will never be able to find out about his presence. Zeal continued walking down the mansion's corridors, and finally arrived at Marcus Jacob's room. He could hear that Marcus Jacob and the Magic King were having a meaningful conversation. Zeal teleported into the room and saw a middle-aged man with reddish black hair and blue eyes drinking wine at his desk. The one was wearing a cloth and mask to cover himself, so Zeal didn't know what he looked like. Yes, Magic King, that Zeal feels he held a staff with crystal shaped like a spear tip. Strange enough for magical wands, Zeal started to listen to what they were talking about. We lost contact with the people sent to Duke Castle's residence. The Magic King spoke to Marcus Jacob in a low voice. Are they all dead? Marcus Jacob was astonished to hear the information from him. I don't know. Suddenly all contact with them was cut off, but it looks like they're dead. The Magic King spoke a voice that contained killing intent. What? Did Beatrix Elvica kill them? I can't think of anyone but her in that mansion who could kill them all. Moreover, 3 of them are grandmasters. Marcus Jacob stammered as he was overwhelmed by Magic King's killing instinct. Drop of sweat dripping from his forehead. That's possible. The last communication was true, that they were fighting against her. But there are many by another party we don't know about. The Magic King withdrew his killing intent, and Marcus Jacob seemed to breathe a sigh of relief. So what's our next plan? I'm afraid the Duke Castellini will report this matter to the King Jonathan. Marcus Jacob was worried that Duke Hazel already had concrete evidence of his crimes. You don't know. Have to worry. He still doesn't have it. If he does, are you sure you can still sit here drinking wine? Let's put that aside for the time being Next time I'm the one who's going to kill him. Patrick Arvidar is nothing to me. The Magic King sneered at Marcus Jacob. Okay, so the reason you came to me to tell me that? Marcus Jacob still felt there was something else he wanted. No, apart from telling you that, my main purpose was to convince a message from the head of the organization. He asked you to improve more people for their human experience. The Magic King said seriously, even though the message said that the leader of this organization requested. The Magic King said commendably and didn't accept any refusal. But wasn't it before that 250 people were dispatched last week? Marcus Jacob was shocked when he heard the Magic King's true purpose. The amount is still not enough, and this is a request from the head of the organization. Do you want to refuse? The Magic King narrowed his eyes and said threateningly while releasing his client at Marcus Jacob. No, I don't dare. I'll do it right away. Marcus Jacob had difficulty breathing due to the pressure from the Magic King. That's better. Tomorrow night, 500 people should have been sent to the usual place. After saying that, Magic King turned into smoke and disappeared. Damn it! How can I get 500 people in a day? Marcus Jacob gets angry and hits the table in front of him. He was afraid of the Dark Legacy organization. He feared the organization would turn his fangs back on him if he didn't obey the request. You're right, you won't get it. The corner of the room distorted and Zeal revealed himself. You, who are you? Guards. Before Marcus Jacob could shout for the guards, he felt something trickle down from his forehead. When he touched it, he felt a hole that shouldn't be there. But long after that, Marcus Jacob was no longer moving and breathing. Maybe that's called dying of greed. Before Marcus Jacob could scream, Zeal shot a coin he took from his pocket at Marcus Jacob's forehead. The silver coin shot high speed like a laser and pierced between his eyebrows. As a reward, I will bury this place with you. Zeal disappeared from the room, leaving Marcus Jacob's body getting cold. It wasn't long before he appeared right above the Marcus Jacob mansion. The weather suddenly changed. A thundercloud appeared above the residence of Marcus Jacob. Surprisingly, the cloud was only right above there, and didn't spread anywhere. Within the rumble of thunder came a sound that could chill anyone who heard it. Palms of God manifest. A gigantic grey palm appeared above the residence of Marcus Jacob. It was moving downwards at an astonished speed and smashed into the mansion with a terrifying force. Boom! Tremendous trembling, like earthquakes and deafening sounds spread throughout Dougal City, or perhaps the entire territory of Nagel Kingdom. After the smoke and dust dissipated and was seen, would make others astonished and open their mouths as wide as possible. The place that was previously a luxurious and majestic mansion suddenly turned into bottomless pits in a shape above a palm, and the person who did it was no longer there. Imagine doing that and just disappear.